Well, every night I go out running or riding my bike. I like the sweat, I like the flow I get, I like the feeling of the night air hitting my lungs. I like the feeling of rain while sticking out my tongue. Sometimes I like to pretend I'm on a secret mission. Sometimes I'm just making sure there's not something out there happening that I'm missing. And I swear to you, I get a real high from it. Fuck alcohol and fuck all that shit and fuck TV. Let's meet up with our bikes down by the old train bridge. I'll race you downtown and I'll show you what you missed from inside. And let's live our lives tonight. Let's ride our bikes into the night. And let's live our lives tonight.
All right. You know, I'm sure this mic can pick up the vape inhaling. You want to give it a try? Oh, there goes those beautiful bars. I'm sure my next guest will enjoy that. Wait, what flavor is that?
Mint.
Oh, okay, good.
Yep. Refreshing mint.
All right, let's do this.
Right.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Garret Schuelke podcast. First episode of the third season.
Ha, ha.
I am your host, Garret Schuelke, and with me, as always, is editor, multimedia artist, photographer, friend, lover, and still champion of longest guest here on GSP.
Oh, whoop, whoop.
Oh.
What's happened?
Oh, God, my fucking backup one. I hate this fucking recorder. Nah, fuck it. I'm not gonna mess with it.
No backups.
Really,
Do it live.
really, I should have just got another Sony voice recorder because this one is supposed to be better, but it sucks. I can't figure out how to work it no matter what.
Harsh, man.
Anyway, yeah, we're doing it. But yeah, like I said, it's the third season, so new year, new intro song. Thanks to Jonas Solander for that. And yeah, Zach, how you doing, man? Because we just got back from an hour and a half or so of just rambling around Western Michigan University campus on photo shoots.
Yeah, the old shooteroo. Yeah, we had a little romp on campus. It was fun. Yeah, I'm feeling superlative.
I had a good time. How about you?
I did as well.
Yep, yeah. Folks. We had a photo shoot for yours truly because it's been a couple of years since I had some new author photos.
Yeah, teen heartthrob Garret Schuelke.
Yep, I have changed in numerous ways. I'm stronger. I'm handsomer. I'm fatter. And gosh darn it, people like me. Besides wanting new photos, it's also because I've had my long hair for like a year and a half now, and I desperately want to get rid of it because I'm just so sick of it.
It's a lot of maintenance.
Oh, yeah. A lot of curls, a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Hell, you witnessed it, actually, because, folks, one of the things I did was, my hair was mostly back the whole time, but I decided to take it out and, do some wind shots, maybe look like the Beatles during their final days.
Or Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Maybe Neil Diamond, something like that. And Zach had the pleasure of taking a few pics of me trying to rip the thing out of my hair that keeps it back because it got stuck.
Everybody who's ever had long hair has always gotten a knotty rip of like scalp material along with their hair tie. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Actually, what really made me decide to get rid of it like 2 or 3 months ago is not really just the pain in the ass general maintenance, but like my hair would be out like it is right now, and I'd just be like chilling or something, like going through my hair. Then my fingers would like get like a knot, and like I couldn't like untangle it, so I would like grab it and like slowly pull it out, and there's absolutely no pain either because it's all just chunk strands of hair. And I pull it out, and it looks like a hairball. I'm like, okay, I should just get this cut because it's gotten long enough that it's just knotting up everywhere. It's a pain in the ass.
Yep. Yeah,
So,
mine all fell out. I don't have those problems anymore.
I don't know, man. Like you said in the car, you do pull off like a good David Crosby.
I do. Oh, man. So what I need everybody to do right now is just Google my name and kind of scroll to like 2015. Or like take a look at the picture inside your personal copy of the hardcover edition of Borderline Vagabond, and you'll see a ridiculous man with bozo hair and a purple velvet sport coat. So the guys in my band, the guys in Conrad Twitty love to razz me about that picture, dude. It's so ridiculous. I look absurd.
Dude, I had something like that back in junior year of my high school. You see, I mastered the art of long hair now, but back then I didn't realize that to have perfectly long hair, you have to let it all grow. But instead, like, I would have my mom, like, cut the front here, so I had, like, a fucking mullet thing going on. Here's the thing, you know Uma Thurman's hair in Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
Or, better yet, you ever see The Incredibles, the animated movie?
No.
Okay, so I would suggest both of them. They're really cool. But, The Incredibles have, like, a contact who's, like, this really mousy woman. She has, like, the same Uma Thurman haircut, but longer. Mm-hmm. That was kind of me in junior high. And there's this awful high school photo of me. My mom... I should show you it sometime.
Sure.
I'll have my mom dig up the photo or something. But it has that, just me not smiling in the camera. And best of all, since I was kind of an edgelord, if you want to use that term, back in high school... I had a white shirt on that had the Postal Service logo, the eagle and shit. Mm-hmm. But it had, like, bullet holes on it, and it said, "Going Postal."
That is a dated reference.
Yeah. If you folks, highly suggest you go through a Wikipedia hole of Going Postal.
Yeah.
There's literally people shooting up post offices.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my junior high photo, fucking mullet with a Going Postal shirt on.
Wild.
It was awful. I remember a couple years back when I lived at the Black Lodge here. Like, I think I was getting a haircut. I was like, hey, Mom, I want my hair to look like this, like I did back at this time. Mm-hmm. I think it was, like, my senior photo. Mm-hmm. I was like, hey, can you send that so I could just, like, show the hairstylist? So she did, but she also sent, like, that fucking junior high photo as a joke. So I promptly just passed it around to all my housemates, one of them being former guest Andy Argo. Mm-hmm. And oh boy, did they have a field day with that one.
I'm sure.
No, they loved it. And our friend Ang, I'm sure you heard of him.
I do.
Oh man, he loved that one too. So many good ripping from him. Motherfucker.
Dude, there are so many embarrassing photos of me available on the internet. And in, like, the private archives of my old partying friends, I'm sure, as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we also, like I said, we just did a photo shoot just an hour or so ago. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's going to be some good stuff in there, too. Like,
oh, yeah. Probably coming up. Yep.
Yeah. I was afraid for a sec, too, because one of our final photo ones, we did, like, an action one of me throwing a piece of ice. I thought for a sec, like, I was about to hit you with it.
Oh, yeah, there's the ice toss. That one's good.
Oh, nice. That actually looks good. Yeah, look for that in about, I don't know, probably next month or something. Yeah. Folks, I'll put up all these wonderful author portraits that you can look up on my author page. You can contact Zach to, like, get some prints of to put on your wall. Yeah. Actually, dude, you probably don't remember this. Maybe we can look up later, but I think you had, like, some Facebook friend who, like, really liked a photo from the previous shoot of mine.
Could be.
Yeah, like, she really liked it. I was kind of flattered. I thought she was hitting on me or something at first.
Huh. Yeah, I don't recall, but
anyway,
we can go back and look at the comments for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get on with this podcast.
All right.
Let me take this drink.
A long, sip of smart water. He's going to make sure he's got electrolytes. And
brought to you by our sponsor, Drake's Party Store, which I think it's been like 4 years now since we had my photo shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, in another 4 years, we're going to go to Drake's Party Store to do a photo shoot.
We should.
I know.
We should convince them to sponsor the podcast. All they need to do is give us 2 liters of smart water once a month.
Maybe some CBD.
Yeah, a little CBD dropper.
As long as the fucking guy who works there doesn't like try to go pharmacist on me, like, oh, do you have pains here? Are you having trouble sleeping? Like, dude, just give me this fucking drugs.
Speaking of CBD, did you see that Family Video is going to go out of business?
I did. It's sad. Like, it's fucking end of an era. Mm-hmm. Like, everyone was sad when Blockbuster went out of business, honestly. Which was for me, but I was way more familiar with Family Video. Because they stuck around longer in Alpena.
Hollywood Video was the thing around here when I was a teenager.
I passed by a few of those, but I don't think I ever was in one.
Yeah, there was a 2-story Hollywood Video on campus when I lived on California Ave in 2004 and 5. And there was definitely a Hollywood Video down. I think there was like a Starbucks in there or a coffee shop of some kind in there.
Yeah.
Like, definitely rented some videos in there. Had some drunken antics. It was open 24 hours a day.
No, 24 hours?
I think so. It might have been like 4 a.m. that they closed or something. But I'm pretty sure they were open 24 hours a day.
Yeah, I've had a lot of memories with Family Video. Mostly like of getting video games there. Mm-hmm. And when I really got into like indie films and that, not just like the mainstream, Adam Sandler's new flick. Like, no, something really good like David Lynch or something.
Mm-hmm. There was murders at the Hollywood Video down the street from me when I was a kid in the early 90s. Yeah, like 95 or 96.
Okay, we'll put the rest of the podcast on hold for a second because I want to hear this. So what happened?
I believe like it was an ambush. Like somebody was attempting, like they were following these people to murder them. And then, like, it ended up they were returning a tape. And so they both got shot in the face and died. And there was cops everywhere on our street and shit.
Was it like a gang hit or
no,
a serial
man, I think it was
killer?
just like a lover scorned or something like that. I don't recall because I don't even know if I was a teenager when it happened. I would have been like 11 or 12. So I remember it happening. And then, like, my mom wouldn't let me walk there by myself for a couple of months, and then it was like, well, you know,
no, Zachary, you cannot go at 3 a.m. to rent a movie.
What's crazy, though, is, like, it was so close to the house that you could, like, go out in the street in front of our house and look down the street and see the door to Hollywood Video. So it wasn't like I was that far away. And I remember one day just being like, Mom, I'm going to go rent Final Fantasy. And she's just like, you can't go to Hollywood Video by yourself. And I'm like, why don't you just stand in the road and watch me go? And she did. She did, man. But the only other Hollywood Video story I have is I bought a cartridge copy of Final Fantasy 2 there when they went out of business because it's an auto parts store now. And I bought it for like $3.99, and that cartridge is worth like $60 or $70 in its current condition right now. I'd never sell it, but
yeah. Let's see. Aside from memories of various movies and video games I checked out at Family Video, I also remember on my 18th birthday going there to go to the adult section to rent out porn.
Nice. I never rented porn.
Yeah, this was like mid-2000s, by the way, so there's still plenty of porn online, and I've looked and downloaded plenty of it, but there's just something about renting one or buying one.
Right.
I mean, the first time, on the day it happened, I went to our local adult store, and the goth girl that like worked there actually said happy birthday to me.
Aww.
And like, I'm looking around, and I was just so awkward. I knew kind of what I was looking for, but I didn't. Mm-hmm. And
something I can help you find?
No, but here's what happened. Like, so I'm looking around, I get near the back, and this is like the real freaky stuff that even being 18, I didn't like really yet understand. Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting there, and then the goth girl had like a freak out because she's talking to someone over the phone and saying like, well, I told him I was going to fucking kill myself. I would slit my wrist right in front of him. There's nothing he could do to stop me. And
awkward.
Yeah, it was so awkward. Like, I wanted to leave, but I didn't want to look suspicious or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, she was freaking out, like, nearly crying. So I kind of stood there in the back, was waiting. And I was, like, in this section of, like, really hardcore bondage, transvestite stuff. And I was just looking at it, and there was, like, one with, like, a senior citizen in like a frilly dress getting gangbanged by a bunch of trans women.
Wild.
Yeah, if I only knew a couple years later, I would learn the existence of Lemon Party. So then after that, I did not purchase anything there.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that really surprised me though. I was really into Marquis de Sade.
Okay.
You ever heard of him?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah, you have.
Yeah.
And much to my surprise when I was looking at, like, the book section, which was mostly magazines and, like, through some paperback stuff, they actually had a Marquis de Sade novel there.
So I got a chapter in Normal on Trial that's going to be very detailed about my experiences in that world. And, We'll have to leave that conversation to another day.
Wow.
But I had a relationship of that ilk, and it was interesting.
Okay. I did not buy the Marquis de Sade book, even though I was a fan of him. I had like 120 Days of Sodom and Juliet and all that. Mm-hmm. This one was just simply called Incest. I was like, no, I'm not going to buy that one.
That is not the aspect of kink culture that I explored.
Oh, no. Marquis de Sade was actually a fucking criminal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, he would not be accepted in modern-day S&M circles because he actually wanted to torture people.
Yes, that was more
legit
about actual torture than it was about pleasure through pain.
Yeah. So anyway, I geeked out for a second. I was like, okay, I'm not going to buy the incest part.
Yeah.
I'll just go to... I left while the goth girl was crying into her hands. And I went to Family Video and just beeline to the adult section. And I was looking there. I'm trying to remember why I rented. I rented 2 videos. Mm-hmm. I think... God, I sound like such a fucking casual saying this. One of them was a Girls Gone Wild volume.
Gnarly. Dated.
Yeah, this was like mid-2000s, so it was still relevant.
Oh, yeah, then.
Like, yeah, then. And the other one, I think, was just something about MILFs.
Standard.
Yeah, so then I rented up there. It's like, can I see your ID? Give her ID. Oh, happy birthday.
My heart melts for you, porn store cashier.
Yeah. After that, I only went back there, like, I think 2 other times, and then, well, online porn. It's like, I don't need to rent that.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, no, I don't. I remember, like, buying some porn on a whim at, like, a BP somewhere. But
Oh, you're just talking, like, standard magazine stuff, right?
I think I bought some DVDs back in the day.
BP?
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand, like, your independent gas stations, but...
No, this one was So, this was back in the day when gas stations were real, friends. This is like 2004. And you remember the old janky-ass BP on West Main and Drake, and it was, like, impossible to turn left into it? It's by where the, like, Chinese buffet used to be. Or, like, I think there was a Subway there.
I think this was before my time. So.
Okay, maybe it was before your time.
Yeah, I moved in Kalamazoo 2009.
Okay, yeah. Well, there was this... Yeah, way before your time then, because that place had probably been shuttered and boarded up for... But they used to have awesome deals on cigarettes. Like, they had... Like, back in the day, dude... when Marlboro number 27s were released, they used to have buy one, get one packs, like... Stores just had cases of them, and they would like buy other stores like expired or like old stock Marlboro 27 buy one get one free packs. So you could go in there and like back in the day pay like $3.75 and get like 2 packs of cigarettes. So back when I was smoking constantly, like, I loved that place. And I was working at the Qdoba, like, 2 blocks down the way. So I could, like, take a left out of the light at Qdoba and then, like, go take an easy right into that gas station. And it was just, like, you know, turban dudes and, like
turban dudes.
Turban dudes. And, like it was, like... what's the Simpsons guy? It was like...
Oh, God damn it. I was about to say, it could have been worse. You could have called them Apu.
Right. Well, I mean, it was comically similar to that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they weren't friendly. I definitely repeat business to their establishment. That's for sure.
Fun fact, I think they wrote Apu out of The Simpsons because he was too much of a racist character.
Yeah, dude. Hot button. Yeah. It's fair. And
yeah, it's time to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Come again.
So since it was kind of like that kind of gas station, a sketchy gas station, they sold bowls in there and like incense and porn. Nice. And I don't think they had beer, but that's where you could get like the weird like semi-banned energy drinks that would like make your mouth numb and stuff like that.
Kind of like the sponsors of this show, Drake's Party Store.
Yeah, I remember at one point there was an energy drink that was actually called
cocaine.
Yeah,
I remember that back in the day.
Yeah, and it had like capsaicin and something that made your mouth like tingle and go numb.
Yeah,
that was really bizarre. They had that there.
I remember the moral freak out of that one.
Yeah, that was around the same time as the like Sparks and Four Loko, right?
Yeah,
or was that shortly before?
I think that was when like energy drinks really just started hitting the mainstream.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about Spike? The Spike energy drink?
Nah.
Dude, all right. So this is another like 5-minute sidebar, but this story is hilarious. And so the dude that I met up with in Borderline Vagabond, right? Hooper Felonious. He had a roommate while he was living in DC that was working as a delivery driver for this energy drink company called Spike. And it was illegal in several states. And what it was is that there was all these like, you know how like bath salts are like one molecule off of meth and shit like that, or coke or whatever.
Oh yeah, I know.
So it's like experimental pharmaceuticals. Well, they would put these experimental pharmaceuticals in the energy drink, and so it was like dude. At one point, so this guy quit the job, and then I think there was some type of sketchy behavior going on, and the guy didn't pay him, so he just kept a pallet of this Spike energy drink. So, dude comes, Hooper drives up to my house from, and this is in the book, he spent this night in a penthouse with some guy that worked for Ronald Reagan's son or something like that. Yeah. And then they ended up banging these 2 prostitutes. And so he like leaves me this like rambling, drunken, drugged out voicemail at like 4 a.m. And he's like, I reached the pinnacle. And I'm coming home because there's nothing else here for me in DC. I've reached the pinnacle. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. So dude comes back, and when he shows up, you know, like, if you go to like Sam's Club and buy like a 24-pack or a 36-pack of like soda or something, how it's like plastic wrapped over and it's in a little cardboard tray. Well, he had like a big Rubbermaid tub filled with those. And then he had these little cases that were like 24 packs of like Spike brand 5-hour energy shots. So we had like 100 of those, and then they were selling them in 16-ounce cans. And we had probably 200 of those. And it was at a point, like when I went back for Obama's inauguration, I was just mixing gin with Spike energy drink. Like the girl that I drove down there with was just like, we had a cooler that was like strapped to the back of my PT Cruiser seats, and she would just like lean over, open up the cooler, and make me a mixed drink. I swear I didn't sleep for 4 days because I just kept drinking Spike, and I drank an entire fifth of gin driving from Michigan to Washington, D.C. Of course, I don't recommend this behavior at all. I'm ashamed of my past, but
not at all.
Wow, what a story, dude.
Not at all. We here at the Garret Schuelke podcast just like telling good stories. We do not advocate any of the behavior.
Right, I'm 3 years sober at this point. Like, I have not drunk and driven in my 30s.
Yeah,
But
this goes for all guests, but folks, do not do anything Zach and I have done, because it has fucked up our lives irreversibly.
Yep.
It's why we're doing this podcast right now instead of, like, I don't know, living up in New York or something.
Yeah, or like relaxing with a family by a warm fire.
Yeah, I mean, what's this family you speak of?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Dude,
good times with Spike energy drink.
Yeah, dude, I almost got high off bath salts one time.
Really?
Yeah, 2009, first year here. Went back home, went to our local head shop, which also, the guy who owned that also owned the porn store that I went to first time.
Naturally.
And I was just there to check out CDs and shit, because, he had a very good selection of different CDs and albums and that.
Cool.
But he was also a head shop. Mm-hmm. So, of course, he had bath salts and that. So he kind of like, I forget what the conversation was, but somehow he sold it to me along with a one-hitter. And I get back to my dorm, and dude, that's the thing. I didn't know how to work it because I had no experience with any of this stuff first. So I packed it. I looked up a YouTube tutorial, like how to pack a one-hitter, and I did it, and didn't feel anything. Mm-hmm. I tried a few more, and it didn't work at all. I didn't get high or anything. Mm-hmm. I just kind of went out with my day. Then next time I visited, I don't know, a month or two later, he was like, "Oh, how'd that spice treat you?" I was like, "Dude, it didn't do anything." Then there was this fucking junky piece of shit that was there. He's like, "Really? It didn't work for you?" I'm like, "No, it didn't work shit." He's like, "Bitch, you're fucking weird. No, I smoked that and I lost my fucking mind. I couldn't fucking believe it." Then he called me the N-word and told me I should try again.
Wow. Yeah.
It's really a good thing I did not get high, because and this was like when bath salts like first started, before it became big, before that cannibal guy down.
Yeah, the Florida face eater.
Yeah, before that, maybe it was shortly after, my convict cousin tried bath salts. Mm-hmm. And unlike me, I guess it worked for him, because I don't know what he did, but he ended up in our local suicide ward.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, then he promptly went to prison for a couple of years for breaking the cars.
Ah, man, that's a shame.
No, it's a good thing, because he's a piece of shit.
Oh, okay, well, apparently.
But yeah, that was my one time with bath salts. It did not work for me, thank God.
No, I always just wanted to do real drugs.
Yeah, I know. If they would just legalize real drugs, we wouldn't have to do this shit.
Or you just, I don't know. I guess my modus operandi now is seeking alternate states of consciousness through, like, intense study and meditation.
Lame.
Yeah, dude. I'm not really down with the whole, like...
Well, I think we're at a point in our life where it's like, what? Aren't you too old for this shit?
I am too old for that shit. I'm going to be 36 years old in, like, 1 month.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday. You like some bath salts?
I'll pass.
No, I remember I was listening to this podcast I like called Going Off Podcast with Rap Critic and Muse. Mm-hmm. They were talking about this story a while back. This is an old podcast about Lil Wayne having a seizure once again, because unfortunately that's an affliction that he has.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and this time it was brought on by him drinking lots of purple. Which, if you folks don't know, it's mixing, grape juice, grape soda with
dextromethorphan.
Yeah,
syrup.
with cough syrup.
Yeah.
And it's like, Jesus Christ, Lil Wayne, can't you afford real drugs?
Right, dude.
Can't you afford weed or coke with this shit?
Just do some acid, man.
Or my favorite, it's all about Eminem, like when he was back on his drug thing that nearly killed him. He's sober now.
Yeah, those sleeping pills.
Yeah, sleeping pills. But apparently during that time, he also tried whippets. It's like, dude, you're Eminem. Why do you need to do whippets?
Because you can buy that stuff anywhere.
I know, but you're Eminem. You're one of the greatest rappers of all time, multi-billionaire. You can't buy weed,
right? Oh God,
you need
nitrous.
You need to do whippets,
dude. Oh man,
that would, I don't know. That'd be like Jeff Bezos huffing paint.
Kind of.
I mean, or I don't know, Bill Gates drinking baby blood, not turning it into adrenochrome.
Have you ever used nitrous oxide recreationally?
Not recreationally. Me and some homies back when we were kids tried to do that like a birthday party for fun.
Okay.
More like a goof, not because like, oh, we're going to do drugs. More like, oh, hey, I want my voice to be squeaky.
Oh, okay.
And it didn't work for me because, of course, like everything in my life, I fuck it up. I had some friends, hey, guys, this is fun. Like, oh, isn't that sweet? He's doing stuff that could get him high.
That's helium, though. Nitrous makes your voice go lower.
No, we just want, like, the high, squeaky stuff.
Okay, yeah, that's helium. Doesn't get you high. But nitrous does. That's like, so, I have a couple of nitrous stories. We won't need to go into detail.
Another podcast. Just, kids, if you can afford it, do legal, actual, natural drugs like weed and acid.
Yeah, this is starting to feel like an episode of the new Scum Fix.
yeah. Don't do man-made drugs because they always fuck you up.
Definitely, yeah. Don't do that. But so, I had my wisdom teeth pulled out like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, really?
And like when I went in to pay for it, the guy was like, well, do you want nitrous too? It's like, it was like an extra $200 or something. And I was like, sure, man, let's do it. And so, like I got in there, and dentist or orthopedic surgeon, no, it's not orthopedic, orthodontic surgeon, like gives me the gas. He turns it up and he's looking at me and he gives me a few minutes or whatever. And then he's like kind of talking to me to try to gauge like where I'm at. And he's like, he asks me a couple of questions and I just answer him. And he's like, huh. And so I see him like turn the gas dial a little higher and waits for a second. He's talking to his assistant. And he's like, he made a joke to her. And then I laughed. And he goes, no way. And he like turns the thing up again. And then, and he's like, this guy should be out. And I was just like, you turn it up again if you want. And he's just like, dude, you do drugs, don't you? And I was just like,
you're on drugs.
And so finally he gets this thing cranked to the point where I'm almost passed out. And like,
is he trying to murder you?
No, he pulled the teeth out of my mouth and like it felt like they were like squiggling out like fish. And so I just started, like, I was literally tears coming out of my mouth, out of my eyes, crying, laughing. And I'm just like, ah, ha, ha, ha. And he's like, I don't even know how you can feel this or even see, but man, you must be having a great time. And I was just like, yeah.
All right, I got one more drug story before we really begin this podcast. For over 30 minutes in, we're just fucking around. It's a new year, new season. We got to keep it real. Right. But, yeah, back when I first moved here, like I told you when we were doing our photo shoot, I had, like, a bunch of illness stuff going on, with bronchitis and whatnot. And during one of those, they prescribed me, I forget what the real drug name is, but it's basically like a stronger form of cough syrup.
Okay, the
codeine
cough syrup, yeah.
Codeine, and I tried it, and for the most part, it just made me feel like shit. Mm-hmm. Like it didn't relax me, it just made me nauseous, gave me a headache.
Yeah.
But one time, I don't know why, I didn't like increase the dosage or anything. I saw fucking shadow people.
Whoa!
And like I was laying in bed, and I wake up, and there in the corner is a fucking shadow person.
Wow!
It looked like God, what's that one internet meme monster? Stillman or something?
Oh, yeah, Slender Man.
Slender Man, yeah. This guy looked like
Hat-Man. There's Hat-Man, too.
Oh, Hat-Man. Is Hat-Man like...
Hat-Man's a shadow person with a bowler hat on in the shadow.
Okay, I don't remember the bowler hat, but I just remember someone who looked like Slender Man was all black, right there in the corner, and I freaked the fuck out. I screamed, and I, like... put the covers over my head like that was gonna actually save me. And like I look up a few minutes later and it's gone. And I fell back to sleep. Mm-hmm. And I remember like then afterwards, like I don't know, a week or so later, my parents visited, and my dad and I were talking. I just nonchalantly told him like, I took codeine. I was seeing shadow person right there. My dad's just looking at me like, what the fuck? I was like, wait, why are you looking at me like that? Like, I was treating it like this everyday thing that I'm seeing fucking shadow people while on drugs. And my dad just could not relate. These fucking millennials and their fucking hallucinations.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, after that, I will make a lot of people mad, especially some friends of mine who also do drugs. I immediately threw that codeine away. You know, it's a big bottle, expensive bottle. Mm-hmm. They would fucking murder me now. Like, how could you?
Make sure you get your drugs from a reputable source. Be safe, drink lots of water, and don't listen to your fucking doctor.
Yeah. Yeah, listen to, I don't know, that person doing crystals.
Yeah, do actually listen to your doctor.
Okay, let's get on to the real podcast. Zach, it's 2021.
It is. That's what I heard.
And this is the first full week of 2021. Just got finished with it.
I also heard.
I have to say, pretty normal. I mean...
given our experiences for the last 18 months or so.
Yeah, literally nothing happened this week. Nothing of value, nothing of, like, really notice. Nope, just another normal day, normal week in America.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, everything's just going real smoothly. You know, just standard baseline stuff. No threats against democracy. Well, not this week.
I'm glad we got that out of the way. Let's move on to the next topic.
Yep.
Oh, wait, I forgot. There's a fucking fascist coup attempt on Wednesday.
Maybe the Confederate flag was flown in the Capitol building for the first time in the United States history.
Honestly, with what went down, that's like the least of the problems.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, that was the most stirring image to me, though. An unfurled Confederate flag in 2021 in the fucking United States Capitol.
All right.
Disgraceful.
Okay, folks, if you are living under a rock like most of my listeners are, yeah, there was a fascist coup this past Wednesday.
Attempted.
Basically, they were going in to certify the electoral college vote. There was a few dickheads that were going to challenge it because, you know, apparently QAnon and this and that.
Yeah.
And also, our president, Donald Trump, held an opposition rally during it. And afterwards, those people then went to the Capitol building and busted their way in. Well, partially busted their way in. It's also showed that cops pretty much just let them go through.
Oh yeah, that's on camera.
Yep,
dude.
and
it is very on camera.
they fucked everything up. They destroyed shit. Yeah. Everyone had to literally escape.
Yep,
they started fighting with cops, which you love to see it.
One cop died from getting smashed in the face with a fire extinguisher.
Yep, 5 people died. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess, aside from that and the woman that got fucking murked because she decided to charge that cop, the other ones are seemingly kind of hilarious.
The dude tased himself in the ball sack!
Yep.
What in the actual fuck? And then another guy, fell off of the building trying to scale it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Darwin Awards, man.
Yep. So, I guess I'll just ask you first. What were you doing when this went down?
I was in between shoots, so I watched the first. I watched the live feed of Congress, because I got the notification from Reuters on my phone or whatever, and so I popped in. And once they went into recess after the challenges for Arizona, I had to leave and go to a shoot. So I went to shoot photographic shoot. I had to go work. And so while I was working, I kept getting notifications from Jason texting me there is an insurrection at the Capitol. Capitol building is currently being stormed. And then he gave me minute to minute updates. And finally I got back here and plugged in for the day and started editing photos and just watched my feed, man. I have my little tablet set up here next to my computer, and I just watched it for probably I watched Oh man, when they started the congressional session back again, like I watched the comments after, like when they first got back into the building and the Senate and the House of Representatives were still separate.
What time was
it? Was like
this?
midnight, 12:30.
Oh, okay, I was long asleep by then.
Okay, yeah, no, I watched it until about 4 a.m. Maybe 3.
Oof.
No, I don't think it went till 4 a.m. Maybe it was 2 or 3 that I watched it too. But yeah, it was late into the night they were going.
Okay,
for sure.
and okay, since I didn't watch it, what were the comments there?
I mean, the comments are just what you would expect. There wasn't much of substance there. But what was really interesting to see is like how all of a sudden Mike Pence turned into a statesman, and grew 1/10 of a straw of a spine. And like what happened though is like everyone would stand to like contest the count for whatever state.
I should have that too.
And then he would ask them, do you have a signature from a senator? And they would say, we have a signature from a representative, but unfortunately we do not have the signature of a senator. And so it would get shut down. And the parliamentary process was kind of interesting to watch.
Yeah,
but
I honestly can't believe there were some people that decide, let's just keep doing this.
I know. Well,
it's like, wow, you got a lot of fucking nerve.
I'm struggling right now with all this, dude, because I want to understand why so many people believe that what happened there was a good thing. I really don't understand that.
Oh, man, I've been having my own struggles.
I don't understand.
With the left. We'll get to that in a sec.
Yeah.
Here's what I was doing during this time. It was Wednesday, so normally my schedule is I have...
He was playing Just the Tip with your grandma.
No, that's next week, actually.
Okay. My bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. I did not mean to derail you.
Originally, it was meant for that day, but it's like, then, old Granny just was not feeling well.
She was having a wet day.
Yeah. Maybe she was there. I don't know.
She would get a little drippy around the ankles.
Sorry, Gary. I really like to meet up, but, I got to do Patriot shit. Okay, Granny, see you later. Anyway, so back to my normal work week schedule, which means I have Wednesdays off. So first I was going to do like some nature walking, but then I heard this was going on at 1 p.m. and I'm like, all right, you know what? I got some stuff that I got to do around my room, some cleanup and that. I'm going to stream this while doing some work, and I'll probably do some snarky tweets about how fucking stupid some of these objectors are, like your Ted Cruz's and shit.
Yeah.
So I watch it, and I'm like, LOL, blah, 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 Mitch McConnell turtle, blah, blah. And then shit got real. And it's like, they broke through the barricades. They're doing this and that.
It turned like a switch, too, dude. It was crazy.
I know. Surprisingly, I wasn't, like, that shocked when, like, they're all just covering the outside of it. Then when they got inside and they're showing the feed of them just walking in casually, some people just literally just moving, like, the barrier ropes out of the way to fit more shitheads in.
Cops doing the, like, come here, like, come this way signal.
Yep. Then I was like, oh, fuck.
Dude, I read this article where, like, a cop that was legitimately trying to protect the United States Capitol was, like, trying to block two people, and they showed him their badges. And they were like, we're doing this for you. And he was just like, I don't even know. How do you respond to this?
What is even going on here?
Right, dude? The cops are storming the Capitol. Wait a second. What? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. And somehow I was still able to do shit, which was basically repair some work pants and go through some free magazines I had yet to read. Shout out to Reverb. As I'm, read a year-old article about a band that's supposed to come to Grand Rapids while, shit's burning down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that, and I don't know, like, it wasn't as much of a shock to me as, like, a lot of the uprisings were this past year, but still, I was like, oh, shit.
Right.
Basically, it's that moment when you realize, like, you're living through history, I guess.
Yeah. Man, I think we've talked on the podcast about my disappointment after the inauguration. Well, I mean, we just talked about how I drank a fifth of gin, so that kind of tells you about my state of mind after Obama's inauguration. And like I walked through the National Mall after all those millions of people left, and there was just trash everywhere and mud and shit. Like I remember being almost heartbroken. Like, why would you treat our like the like central point of our national identity and like what are supposed to be our civic buildings, like why would you treat them like that? And then to see this, I just feel disgusted and like I don't know, man. I don't as a person who always wants to argue for free speech and freedom of expression, it's getting really hard for me to rationalize those opinions anymore, because when you give people carte blanche to do whatever the fuck they want, and this is what you get, I don't know.
Well,
I just find it distasteful.
Well, a few other observations before we get into the thing I've been ranting about all week. Been having a real one, you could say.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a few moments that I enjoyed. Well, okay, maybe not enjoy. That's a bad word. That I found ironic or just like, blah, is seeing some of the protesters, quote unquote, duking out with cops while waving Blue Lives Matter flags. That was fun. Seeing one guy like literally trying to like jab a cop with his thin blue line bullshit. That was fun. And let's see what else. I kept switching between streams because not because of who I've been streaming, but just my shitty connection. No, I streamed NBC News and ABC, then finally CBS. And this was around time that they got the curfew on and everything. Yeah. And one of the shithead commentators was like, well, you know, in our country we have freedom of speech, blah, blah. You know, in other countries they would just immediately have shot these people.
Like they did 6 months ago?
Yeah, I was like, wow.
With tear gas?
Wow, pretty fucking bold and hilarious of CBS to say that.
Yeah, dude. Oh, man. I couldn't get, like... It's so obvious that this was like either a complete surprise to the police department, or they just let him through. Yeah, they just let him through. And they released some report or some statement to the effect of, well, because of the Black Lives Matter protests, we learned that escalation of force is not the way to solve the problem.
Oh, really?
So we decided to intentionally decrease the amount of force. And I'm reading this and I'm like, what?
Wow.
What? Like, dude, what? People stormed the fucking Capitol in full tactical gear with fucking handcuffs hanging off.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
What is going on, man?
Yeah, let's see. What was my other favorite thing I saw on there? God, I'm having a fucking brain fart here.
There was some good stuff. I liked the guy who carried the lectern.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Yep, he kind of looks like my cousin King Charles the Rapper.
Was it
in a way?
Was it King Charles?
It was not him.
I haven't heard from him in a while.
I saw him over the holidays. He looks like he's doing good.
Okay,
actually.
Okay, he's not saying like, you know, Zach, I gotta tell you, a storm is coming.
No, nothing like that. No, he's enjoying life, man. Just not doing music these days.
Is he still in Kalamazoo?
He is.
Oh, okay.
He is. Yep, he's doing his own thing, man. That's cool. Yeah.
Okay, and maybe I'll come back to what.
Or feet on the dude, Alabama man with his feet on.
Who has been arrested?
Yep. Well, he stole her mail.
Oh yeah, then he promptly showed it
on the feed. Yep, that was the other thing. Dude, they're all incriminating themselves on live feeds.
With that guy too, he also for some reason had his shirt open. Mm-hmm. It's like, dude, not only are you bragging about stealing like one letter, you have your fucking shirt open with your fucking gun.
Yeah, dude. And what was it? It's like, oh God, what is the guy with the fucking bull horns and stuff?
Oh, the shaman guy.
Well, I wanted to find something a little more degrading to call him, like Antifa Gandalf.
Yeah, well, that's how you know it's not Antifa because, no one's covering their faces.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But, like, that, instead of being... I saw some video of his, like... Because I was reading an article, like, who is this guy? I think Vice did it. Like, they interviewed him from jail.
Of course Vice did it.
Of course did it, yeah. But I got linked through the Vice article, maybe, to one of his videos. And he's, like, in a mall that's mostly empty, like, hunting for child predators. Or, like, going there to, like, cleanse the mall of child predators or something. I don't know, but it is cringe as fuck.
Yes, because child predators are just going to hang out empty malls with no one, including children.
So I told you I was going back through the Doolittle legend and going back through all the Kerouac stuff. Yep. And it was really interesting because in Dharma Bums, he keeps talking about a Japanese sage called Kwanen.
Oh, of course he is.
All I can ever think of now is QAnon.
Dude, can you imagine if, like, Kerouac was around now with QAnon? No.
Kerouac would have already drunk himself to death again 6 times by now.
Well,
Hunter Thompson would have shot himself again.
This is dangerous. No, he might believe it. Because, you do know that Hunter S. Thompson was also a snuff film director. Did you not know that?
I did not know that.
No, actually, he did not commit suicide. He was murdered.
Oh, murder!
In order to, because, he was about to snitch on all the snuff films he apparently made, which would have incriminated him, but apparently he felt patriotic enough that he could not do it anymore.
I'm gonna give that 0% likelihood.
Dude, I whenever people talk about HST, I do like to bring that up, and some people actually, either they legit believe it, or they say, like, well, that's just a rumor. It's like, none of them are going to say, like, that's bullshit.
Would I believe that he had snuff films in his personal archive? 100% certainty I would believe that.
Well, it's probably more shit like Faces of Death or something.
Yeah, sure. Well, that's the type of stuff that would have been
It's not like he's like, I went to Las Vegas this one time and, this guy sold me a tape that said I would get off. He was slaughtering African children. I was like, oh, this is bad. I got to keep watching it.
Did you ever watch Wonder Chosen?
Oh, yeah, I've seen it a couple times.
I don't remember what it's from.
Adult Swim.
Well, no, I remember that. There was one particular episode, though, where, like, one of the child interviewers is like, what's a Rwanda? The child interviewers are interviewing random people on the street about the Rwandan genocide.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. And then someone goes, what's a Rwandan? And the kid goes, just a tiny little nothing. Nice. I just remember being like,
the same show when they're like on Wall Street saying like, what will you do when the revolution happens?
Yeah, or the kid's in a pharmacy and he goes, what do you do with the pill sweepings?
Yeah.
And they're like,
or there's like
nothing.
Or there's like a pig's head. He's like, how are you doing, officer?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Anyway, no, drunk middle-aged Kerouac would have been great because can you imagine him be like, instead of like, they're saying Jeeps to the Viet Cong, be like, they're saying Jeeps for the storm.
I don't know. I don't know what the Beat Generation take would be because they were all post-war. Like,
I know. I think probably the one who would be not successful, but he would incorporate into his work. It's definitely Burroughs.
Yeah.
But he had a good bullshit detector. Like he got into Scientology for like a hot sec until he discovered it was bullshit. And apparently he's like one of the few people the Scientologists did not fuck with after he left because
they just knew better.
Yeah, no, they knew how many fucking guns he had. He had no problems just killing.
L. Ron Hubbard is like, that heroin addict is fucking crazy.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just leave this old junky queer beat author alone. Let's go infiltrate the FBI instead. That's a lot easier.
Dude, again, on the topic of going back through On the Road, especially the original scroll version, it's really depressing how much he talks about Bill Burroughs' morphine use, and it's like,
oh yeah, he was a junkie.
Yeah. And they were just so casual about it because it wasn't viewed in the same way as it is now. Because you don't have like the 30 or 40 years of like war vet junkie like in the media and like being around town being crazy.
Well, it fucked them up too.
It did.
Kerouac, he got like blood clots in his legs to the point he had surgery,
thrombosis,
and like afterwards he learned it through Buddhism. Actually, he learned to like do handstands and shit because it wouldn't fuck up his legs because the blood would go back.
Yeah, that's in Dharma bums.
Yeah. But anyway, I remember now the other thing that just made me say fucking wow during it is when Trump came out with his like 1 minute vid because they kept begging him like say something because he instigated it and he's like no let's keep going, see what happens. That's a real thing. There's video of him and his fucking disgusting family just watching and cheering it on.
Yeah.
Then during the speech, this is the thing about Trump. It's like he does like a double speak. And he's a master of it where he'll like both encourage it and discourage it. Like, listen, everyone, I know it's bad. I know that they screwed us out of the election, but you need to go home. Be peaceful. Then the big thing's like, we love you. You're special.
Yeah, dude. Or also like he was forced by his cabinet members, I believe, to make a statement like saying the violence is, and I think that's that statement. And then he immediately went on Twitter and was like, stop the steal. Like, I'm not attending the inauguration. And that's when Jack Dorsey just banhammered him. Did you see the article where it like traces back the tweet lineage because he went straight from that to POTUS and then got shut down, and then from POTUS to his campaign.
There's actually an infographic right now showing like all the platforms he's banned from.
Yep.
One of them is Spotify, actually. It's like, what, does he have a podcast?
Did he have content on Spotify?
I don't know. It's probably something like Donald Trump's speeches all available on Twitter. I mean Spotify.
Could be.
Like the official White House account of him saying, yeah, you're special, just stop fucking things up for a little bit.
Wow, dude. Yeah, it's a farce.
It's one of those things where like people say like, oh, why are you surprised? Which in a way I'm not, but I'm still glad I'm shocked a little bit because it shows I still have a soul.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I'm trying not to be cynical. I'm trying not to be like a person who just intentionally doesn't give a fuck. But also, like, how do we come back from this factionalism? It definitely seems like it's worse than it's ever been.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't really know how this goes away. Like, even when I'm in contact with, I can't even call them my conservative friends anymore because everything's so alienated and people aren't even speaking civilly with each other that I have to say they're people that I know that are that are conservatives because they don't talk to me anymore. And like me as an avowed neutral centrist, or at least until this year.
Please say moderate, dude. Centrist.
Oh, that's right. We talked about this. I can't say centrist because that's wrong. So moderate. But like,
I am trying to save you here.
I know. I appreciate it, dude. I try to emulate Dan Carlin. I try to be a political atheist. I try to take a third party journalist perspective.
That's good.
That's what I'm trying to describe.
Don't be like Joe Rogan, big brain centrist.
You know, man, I haven't even been able to listen to Joe Rogan for months. I can't do it.
Oh, God.
It's hard. It's getting real hard.
It is hard. Basically because he just keeps going on about cancel culture and this and that. Mm-hmm. Like, I listened to the interview with Edward Snowden that he did.
That was good. That was a good one.
Well, it was good for the most part, but the first part of it, he's bitching at Snowden about cancel culture. I'm like, you do realize you're talking to a guy who's wanted by the U.S. government and has to live out the rest of his days in Russia
in hiding.
He was exposing state secrets, and you're bitching at him about cancel culture. Why the fuck would you care about that?
Did you see? So we were sort of in jest saying that there was no major news this week. Did you see that Julian Assange will officially not be extradited to the United States from the UK?
I did hear about that, and no one's reporting on that.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure if he was, the media would just be, yeah, he's coming to America.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll be executed.
Right, just poor frail old Julian Assange in a mask, in an Ecuadorian flag mask.
Yeah. Well, just like Chelsea Manning, they would just throw him into solitary confinement in hopes that he'll kill himself.
Yeah. Well, Chelsea Manning was pardoned, wasn't she?
Yeah, but then she was sent back because she refused to testify against, I think, some other people who helped her. Huh. So they just slammed her back in there.
Oh, fuck a duck.
I think she's out now, but it just goes to show that if they want to fuck you, the state wants to fuck you up, they will fuck you up.
They will, dude. They will.
So that's what I found distasteful about the Rogan interview. Is that could happen to him. Why would he care about some right-wing friend of yours that finally gets the banhammer on Twitter? Mm-hmm. Who gives a shit? Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I keep seeing Rogan's stuff come up in my Spotify feed, and I'm just like,
lucky you.
I just keep going. I'd struggle. I haven't been listening to a lot of podcasts lately because I just can't stand the in-stream ads and all the reads. And what really got me, dude, is one day I opened up my Stitcher app and it was 12 podcasts advertising some podcast. So it was the same 1 minute advertising from 12 different podcasts in my feed. So I just went and unfollowed them all. I don't want that. I want the content that I came for, and I don't want to be advertised for some other bullshit. And I don't want to be hearing about Squarespace for the 100th fucking time.
Casper Mattress.
Yeah, Casper Mattress or Dollar Shave Club or any of it.
Was it not DoorDash? Blue something.
Yeah, Blue Apron.
Blue Apron.
Yep, Blue Apron. Skillshare. Fucking Great Courses Plus. Stamps.com. The shit drives me nuts. I fucking loathe advertising, dude.
Well, yeah, I kind of missed the Rogan attempt where he just starts off by saying, hey everyone, welcome to the show, guest today, blah, blah. Before that, let me tell you about
our sponsors.
Yeah, our sponsors, fucking Dick Brain.
Well, everybody knew that you can skip forward through that now. So they just insert ad breaks like it's 1945 and it's an Alpo commercial or something, and I just find it unlistenable. And so I'll still listen to Dan Carlin's podcasts. Who else do I like? Like I said, I haven't really been... Oh my, I'm having some type of stomach thing here. Let me go find my bottle of emergency Tums. Give me just a minute. Old man here's having a hard time.
Well, what made Rogan very special is that he just... Dude, you don't have to prove it. Come on. No one's that invested in this podcast.
This is the sound of...
No, everyone... That sounds like Tums, but it's actually drugs.
It's actually Ritalin.
He had to do drugs to increase his mood. An idea came into his brain. Actual line from a shitty book I own, by the way, about a serial killer Henry Lee Lucas, where they claim him and his partner Oztool were part of a satanic group that was kidnapping children. That's one of the lines where keep in mind these guys are fucking stupid because they're dumb homicidal hicks. That's one of the lines was a thought came into Otis's brain. I'm like, is that intentional? Bad prose. As a writer, it's something that I can never write. Godin had a thought into his brain. I can never do that.
I would add something weird brain parts or
and also the whole thing about drugs.
Brain
he was on drugs to increase his gay mood. Remember, this is a book by a Christian writer who was talking about these obvious lies that these serial killers are telling about being in a satanic group called the Hand of Death. Which the whole time they were just on drugs, killing children, and having thoughts put into their brains.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, let's get back to the regular discussion.
Okay, yeah.
One thing I've been having a real one about is a lot of leftists are defending this shit. Because, God, you know how, okay, last podcast I talked about why I didn't vote Biden. One thing that I talked about was like him sucking up to like right-wingers, like moderates, Republicans, Bush-era conservatives.
Sure, yeah. Oh, I watched an awful video of him like hugging John Boehner the other day.
Yeah,
they like do a secret handshake and shit. And you're like, ooh,
skull and bones. Yeah. But you see, the left does that too during times like this, and when we basically suck up to fascists, we defend them for their free speech, especially if they're like getting taken off social media like they are now, because, as they say, they're fighting the state, or, you know, the big corporateocracy is silencing them. And I've been the whole time just like, no, fuck you, they're fascists. Yeah. That's the main reason why I didn't like this coup attempt. You know, I don't give a shit about that they destroyed stuff. You know, fuck it, who cares? Hell, I don't even care that much that they were trying to kidnap Nancy Pelosi. No, it's the fact that they're fucking fascists.
The pig head was a great touch.
Yeah,
I mean, that is classic mafia shit right there.
Well, I heard, too, also someone, like, shit on the floor and then smear down the wall.
Yeah, oh, and yeah, they pissed and shit all over the Capitol.
I know, but that's my main thing, is they're fucking fascists, and I don't care. I'm not going to stand up with fascists. Yeah. They will never be my fucking ally, even if they are fighting the state. No, fuck them. They're the enemy. Yeah, dude. And a lot of leftists, much to my disappointment, are fucking doing that. It's just mind-blowing. It's... Especially with, like, them shutting down on Twitter, because they're like, well, first of all, it's the claim that, well, you know, if they do this for fascists, they'll be coming for leftists next. No.
The slippery slope argument has validity, but it doesn't describe our situation.
No. Well, here's the thing, too. A lot of these people never read fucking history, or they don't give a shit.
And inflammatory speech has never been First Amendment.
Well, first of all, they've been doing this the whole time for leftists. I mean, look throughout 2020 with BLM and Antifa. And so, first of all, they've just been doing this the entire time. So the whole, well, if they do this for fascists, they'll do this to us next, is a moot point. You know, fuck you, that's just your excuse for staying out for fascists. And then again, it's the whole, you know, well, you know, they're fighting the government, or they're going up against the corporations. Yeah, because they want to take over it themselves. Yeah, because you have to remember, the fascists who did the coup were there because they want to keep Trump in office. Yeah, it's not because they were liberating anything. They were there to keep Trump in office, then do their agenda, which basically involves killing people they don't like. It's not like, you know, if BLM were to storm it, then it's like, hey, we want cops to stop killing us.
Yeah. They had a platform. Like, anybody in those protests could have stood on a stage and said, this is what we're protesting about. But I don't even know what they were trying to accomplish that would have ended in Trump staying in office. Yeah. What were they going to do? You know?
Well, that's another thing. A lot of them are arguing, like, well, this isn't a coup because they didn't have this or that. It's like, coups don't always have to win or even make sense.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Like, attempted coups happen all the time, and you call it what it is.
Yeah, so I've been ranting about it. I even made a post, which is probably the most popular personal post I've ever had. Like, I don't know, 20-some likes and, like, 15 shares. And someone today on one of the groups I belong to made a much more angry, clear tweet of what I've been saying. I'll just read it here.
All right.
And, okay, he used a slur, but since I'm quoting him, I'm going to use it. If you think banning of Trump set some alarming new precinct, you are retarded. Leftists have been getting censored on social media for bullshit reasons this whole time, and no one cares until some reactionary who actually deserves it gets it. yeah, that's true. Like,
yeah,
and it's disgusting how just leftists will just forget what fascists are. They are monsters. And as I said before, you do realize fascists want to kill you, right? Like, even if you defend them, they're not going to change their mind. They're not going to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to kill everyone BLM, but not you. You're cool because you stood up for me. Like, God, I sound like a hack saying this. You know that parable about, like, the frog and the scorpion?
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes him across the river, he stings him. Like, why'd you do that? Because it's my nature. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You can stick up for a fascist, but they're going to fuck you over afterwards because it's their nature. So what I'm saying, folks, you can be against government, be against corporations. I am. Yeah. But you don't have to stick up for fascists. Right. You don't have to feel bad for them when they're banned off social media. You don't have to feel bad for them when they're beaten and killed by cops. Doesn't mean you have to support cops. Just don't support fascists. I'm pleading with you on my podcast.
Please don't do that.
Please don't. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. Take care of fellow leftists.
Both of my fucking grandpas fucking fought against fascists like 80 years ago. Yeah. And they would be really pissed if they were alive right now.
Yeah. Remember the one great saying, fascism isn't to be debated, it's to be smashed.
That one's not okay.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go on to a semi-funnier topic.
All right.
Yeah, the people that died at it. First was they're really trying to like turn the woman who went after a cop and she got like shot in the neck. They're really trying to like put her up in the same level as George Floyd or Breonna Taylor or even Trayvon Martin.
Nope.
Most of it just has like say her name, which is a popular topic on the left and Black Lives Matter. And I didn't see the video of the actual killing, but I did see the after of it. You did?
Yeah.
Was it bad?
It's unquestionable that the cops were being threatened.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a warning shot fired, but it was like the firearm was brandished and fixed, and then there was like several shouts of, I see a gun, there's a gun, oh, there's a gun, he's got a gun. And then you see a shape make a lunging maneuver toward the position of the man with the gun drawn, and then the gun is fired, and then everybody kind of up against a wall, and everybody kind of backs away from it, and you just hear everyone go, oh shit! And it's like, what the fuck did you think was gonna happen, dude? What did you think? We getting phone calls over here?
No, I'm just looking up at the thing I wanted to show you.
Oh, okay.
That's relevant for it, but keep going.
Yeah, no, that's basically the end of it, because what I saw cut off after people say, oh shit. But it's the same as anything. It's some grainy, low-light cell phone footage. You can't really see what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I did see a post-memorial someone made for her, and it's just filled with MAGA shit.
Yeah, dude,
and
I don't know. I don't want to glorify the death of anybody, but I mean, Jesus Christ, what did you expect was going to happen?
Well, it's also that, I don't know. I have thought about being politically aware, not as active as I obviously was, but I did consider what would I fight for, what would I die for.
Yeah.
One thing I would never do is die for a single candidate.
No.
I mean, I love Bernie Sanders. I wish he would became president. And yeah, he's got a lot of shit that I disagree with, but yeah, I still support him.
And if you did die for Trump, what are you dying for? Yeah, what's the idea?
I know, but that's the thing. I could imagine wanting to die for Bernie fucking Sanders. I couldn't do it. I
really want to die for anybody.
Likewise, I voted for Howie Hawkins, Green Party candidate. I wouldn't die for Howie Hawkins.
Hell no. Hell no.
So I can't believe some of these people that want to die for Trump.
Yeah. No, dude. I wouldn't storm the Capitol if Biden lost either. I would have been like, fucking Trump.
And besides, it's also evident too, it's because you're dying for someone who truly doesn't give a shit about you, but more so doesn't even know you.
And he doesn't even know what it's like to be you either.
Yeah, like, Zach, I could imagine myself dying for you.
I get exactly where you're going.
When we were out there today, taking these legendary photo shoots.
Right, and that young man was about to steal your bag.
Yeah, that's another thing that didn't happen, folks, is that during it, there was this kid, I guess, college kid came up, and he was really eyeing my bag that I had my stuff in, for my swag photo shoot. And I thought for a sec he was going to try, make it grab and run for it.
No, he was just being polite. He didn't want to interrupt me.
I know. That would have made some great photos, me chasing this guy down, just smashing him.
It sucks that that's what you got to assume these days, though.
I know, but I don't know. Let's say he actually had a gun inside to rob you. Give me your camera equipment.
Right.
I could see myself being like, no. And then do the run while, as eagles fly from Top Gun plays, and then doing an epic jump as he fires.
It would have been
I could see that
action sequence.
Okay. Joking aside, I could see dying for you because you're someone I know and someone I care about.
Sure, yeah, dude.
But I could never see myself dying for a fucking politician.
Yeah, some dickhead on TV.
Even if I do like them, or even if I think they're good, like Bernie or Howie Hawkins, I couldn't do it. These Trumpers, these fascists will do that. And it's amazing. It's even if they're part of a cult, like QAnon or whatever, it's still disquieting and amazing.
Have you ever looked into this QAnon shit?
Oh, yeah.
Have you?
Oh, yeah, and despite our love for conspiracy theories, I haven't really talked about it because just how mind-melting it is.
Is it?
It is.
I honestly have never even tried to look. I don't even, I understand in abstract what it is they're talking about.
A few things, because the thing with QAnon, two things that puts it differently from other conspiracy movements is that it can really bring in everything that you could imagine. Like, if you're a flat earther, you could become QAnon, Hollow Earth, QAnon, whatever. You're welcomed in. Another thing, this is pointed out, I think, on Media Roots Radio. Robbie Martin, I think, pointed out, because he's studied this a lot, has his own theories on who's Q and everything. The thing with QAnon is that, unlike other conspiracy movements and whatnot, it actually brings hope to people. Because you know how most of the time, it's Alex Jones, interdimensional pedophiles run your life. You're fucked.
Yeah.
And that's really it. You just sit there on your radio, listen how fucked you are.
And get pissed about it.
Yeah, and with QAnon, no, they say interdimensional pedophiles are fucking you over. We're gonna do something. We're the storm. Where we go one, we go all.
So that's what you mean when you're talking about the storm is that's what their symbol that they're rallying behind.
Yeah.
The storm is the ideology that they're.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things, part of the ideology.
Okay. I literally know nothing about that. I know only what I've read.
Well, a few things stand out, though. Basically, they believe in a deep state, which there is, but not what they think. They all think it's run by pedophiles, most who are Democrats and whatnot. They believe Donald Trump is a savior figure who has been fighting them since day one. Even before he was president, he was fighting them. He's this undercover secret agent type. And it's amazing.
Big Mac and Diet Coke, Donald Trump.
Yep.
I don't follow, man. How could a rational... I guess that's the question.
It's all in that.
How could a rational person believe this?
It's all an act. You gotta read between the lines. Oh, and another thing. God, I forget which Kennedy it is. It's the Kennedy that died in the plane crash?
Jr. Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Yeah, they believe he's actually still alive and that he's secretly Q, and at just the right moment, he's going to emerge and just save everyone like a Jesus figure.
But the Kennedys weren't right-wingers.
I know that. I know. See how fucking stupid and confusing it is?
It's very bizarre.
I know it is.
He died in the 90s.
I know, but they think he faked it and that he's fighting the deep state further.
But that was 30 fucking years. He'd be 65.
He's still fighting.
Wow, that's very bizarre.
It's like Bill Cooper back in the day. He believed in the long chess game. Sure. It's the same thing here. They believe in the long game. now it's going to happen. Like, now it is. Like, not then, but now, coincidentally. But that's the main thing with QAnon is why it's going to keep going, I think. And it's probably going to influence the next election, like how the Tea Party got Donald Trump into office. Mm-hmm. The next inevitable Republican is going to probably come out QAnon. It's probably going to be worse than Trump because he's going to be a more a better fascist.
How do you think you fight something like that? How do you think you counteract that? You ignore it?
No way. No, not at all, because they will take the fuck over.
Yeah.
You gotta do like what Antifa and BLM are doing. You confront them every way you can. And it's gonna be hard. And it's probably gonna be dangerous.
Like Proud Boys. That's a thing you can confront.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, that's like a dude in front of you. They have the little insignia things, the polo shirts and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you can fucking spot them out, and they'll be like, yeah, that's what I am. And you're like, yeah, I don't like you guys. You know? But, like, with this QAnon shit, it's like, even people that I wouldn't even expect are just like, they'll like, dude, I'll be like in people's houses shooting stuff, and they'll be like, well, the latest Q drop said blah, 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 blah. And they talk about it like it's something I should know. And I'm just like, cute, like barbecue? And like, they're like, oh, you just don't know. And I'm just like, no, I really don't.
Well, let me tell you about it.
Like, I thought they got barbecue delivered to their house, and I'm like, oh wait, you're talking about that conspiracy thing?
Well, they're pretty sure Q is the guy who founded 8chan, who is also known for peddling child pornography.
Wonderful.
Which is really surprising because the big thing about QAnon is fighting pedophiles, and your founder, your Q guy, he peddles child porn.
Wouldn't you know?
Now they'll think of something like, well, he. It
was for research.
They will always find a reason too. Like, Hunter Biden, good old Hunter Biden,
right?
Big dick Hunter Biden. He has a huge cock, folks. Look it up.
Cocaine smeller Hunter Biden.
Yep. Yeah. No. They claim that during that when they hacked, his computer or whatever, found like the big dick photos and all that, and the crack pipe shit.
Okay.
They claim that they found video of Hunter Biden raping a Chinese girl. Oh. But no, it's not true, dude.
I know. No, I'm saying even just the concept.
I know.
I get really sensitive about the kids stuff because it really just fucking bugs me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
I don't mean to interrupt.
Okay.
That's my whimpering.
Okay. Well, here's the funny part. This will turn that frown upside down. No. No. Okay. So there's video of Hunter Biden sexually assaulting a Chinese child, but Donald Trump has possession of it. He's waiting for just the right time to reveal it to the world.
I feel like that probably would have been October.
Yeah, but just think about it this way. The President of the United States, the most powerful man in the U.S., possibly the world, is just holding on to child pornography and has no real release date for it. Imagine, but just the fact that he's holding on to child pornography, it's just.
I can imagine him holding on to.
Donald Trump definitely raped a child with Epstein.
I find that believable.
Oh yeah, he totally did.
Plausible.
But according to them, he was undercover the whole time.
Oh sure, yeah.
Sorry, I'm just molesting this little boy in order to keep my cover.
Good lord, dude.
But that's the thing. QAnon, they will find any way to justify, any way to rationalize it. And yeah, that's one reason why they rationalized all this. Mm-hmm. It's why, like, the people that were killed on this, including that one that they're trying to, like, turn to a martyr, and the guy who tastes his balls.
Yeah.
They're all claiming they're Antifa now. How would you feel like that? You died for a cause, and then all the people you support are claiming you're a double agent.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, dude.
How would that make you feel? Like, I did all this, and you're claiming I'm the enemy?
Man, how the hell are we supposed to, like, how's everyday guy, like, how are we supposed to, like, work and pay attention to all of this and affect real change with it.
Well,
you know,
that's actually something I've asked because at my job, got a guy who's completely QAnon, please, and he's like black-pilled his pregnant girlfriend on it, and she'll like stand there while we're talking about whatever, and then start talking about like satanic pedophiles or eating children as we speak, blah blah. Then she'll like go into another subject about getting her hair done the last days. Like, how can you talk about anything else or even just go back to work as usual when there's satanic pedophiles eating children? Like, how can you do that? I mean, how can we do that? Well, we know it's bullshit, so that's why we keep doing it. But they truly believe it, but somehow they've internalized it so that they're still outraged by it, but they can keep out working because, like, wait for the storm to happen.
Wow, man. I don't know. I've been having I spent a lot of time this year getting the, like, news feed anxiety where you just, like, keep...
Oh, doom scrolling.
Yeah, dude, I find myself doing that a lot. Like when you ask what was I doing while the Capitol was being stormed?
Yeah, where were you?
Doom scrolling about the Capitol being stormed, like as if it affects me at all, which it doesn't. Directly anyway.
Yeah.
At least now. We'll see in the future. But like I don't like your power is neutered. What am I going to do? Drive to Washington, D.C. and just, like, tell them they're all dumbasses? Like, hire the guy who played Red Foreman to come yell at him? Like, what? You're a dumbass!
No. What you do, Zach, is that you trick out the Elmblad Media Group Jeep out there into armor like the Killdozer guy. And then when there's a MAGA rally, you just fucking ram into them.
No, man.
Hey, they'll ram into you. I mean, they did in Charlottesville.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what I would do if I could do anything. Like, I disagree. I don't think that the Capitol should have been stormed. I don't think that was effective. And I just, I don't know what to think.
No.
What am I going to do?
Well,
other than nothing.
Well, that's another thing is that a lot of right-wingers, some of them do, but most of them look at, like, the big government. Like, we got to do this big thing. Whereas a lot of leftists, they look at community first. Mm-hmm. It's like back in the day when I was listening to a Joe Rogan episode with Doug Stanhope, which is always great episodes.
Sure.
And they were talking about Alex Jones, who they were mutual friends with at the time. And Doug Stanhope said something like, yeah, Alex Jones, he'll talk about aliens and demons in the government, but he'll never go down to, like, his local town hall to talk, city town hall to talk about, like, street sweeping laws. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Most of them don't give a shit about that, despite saying that. So, yeah, I'm sorry to say, a lot of activism starts at the local level. Like, you're not going to become, unlike my dreams, to become, like, a Soviet revolutionary soldier. Mm-hmm. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to start, I guess, feeding people in the park.
Right.
Huh. Then, unless you want to storm Capitol, then you just saw how that turned out.
Yeah.
You just get your ass kicked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, you want to look at some memes that were inspired by this?
The memes are so dank.
Yeah, most of them involve around, these chuds dying. Here's a nice one featuring, from the show The Flash, from the show Arrow, where the main character dies in the end. This was a shoot on,
Ashley Babbitt, okay.
Yeah, this was, like, just them fooling around for the scene where they show the Flash, like, doing a grin and a peace sign over Olive Arrow's grave. Mm. And that's become a meme, so there's this guy flossing over her body while saying, "Me not dead."
Yep.
And, God, where's that other one? Oh, here's another one that Ben Garrison, haven't you? He's that cartoonist that, like, labels everything. Conservative cartoonist.
I don't know.
Recently got banned from Twitter. He always puts, like, ugly depictions of, like, AOC and Joe Biden. He always like labels everything to the point where it's like you don't need to label that, dude. Like tree or sun.
Oh no, I have no idea.
Here's a good edit where I guess this recent one is about them fighting the swamp. Instead,
this guy's shirt just says "come on."
Everyone has it. It says "give us the cum." Here's another one because Trump's getting banned from everything.
Yeah,
but he's back on MySpace. Hey guys, it's me, DJT. Follow me for info, MAGA bitches.
He's got that. He's got a 10-gallon hat and a mustache.
Showed him hang out with
KKK.
With that. Dude, I mean, look at that awesome MySpace. Don't you miss those days?
I do.
Yeah, and oh yeah, here's another one. You know that they took The Office off of Netflix?
Okay.
I mean, I like the show. I'm not a big fan of it. Some people are. Some of them are blaming that for it. Now you see
with a tactical shotgun.
He's also like cross-eyed for some reason. Now you see what happens when you take The Office off of Netflix. Yep. And actually, Ashley Babbitt or where the fuck her name was, she had Twitter, by the way. And this was like one of her last tweets.
Oh, no.
And you should see the reply. Her original tweet, "Nothing will stop us. They can try and try and try, but the storm is here and is descending upon D.C. in less than 24 hours. Dark to light." And then someone replied with a casket, "Now you have to get in the forever box."
Oh, no.
Here's one. QAnon Shaman. They... War album with the title "War, America Must Be Destroyed." That would make a good War album.
He would fit right in.
America Must Be Destroyed.
Oh God! Did you ever see Guar? Did you like that?
I like Guar, and I missed them twice at the shitter section.
Yeah, well, Odorous Orungus is dead now.
Yeah, I heard that.
So like, it's not the same. I haven't seen them since. Have they actually toured since he died? I'm not sure.
I think they have.
Okay. It's maybe a female vocalist for a while, or one of the old guys stepped up. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh man, what a good show.
Here's another one. It showed the same thing, but a picture of her, probably from a news story. That shows the bullet saying like, "And I took that personally."
Which is like being interviewed.
Which is from the Michael Jordan documentary where he said like, "And I took that personally."
Oh, okay.
Okay, this has nothing to do with that, but another meme I saved. It's from the Texas. Like, "Hey babe, I'm horny. Send dudes." "Don't you mean nudes?" "No, I want to see them sexy ass formations." I think you'd appreciate that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and here's one because I'm sure you saw like photos of like the people hunkered down in the Capitol.
Yeah,
they were like putting on these weird gas masks.
Yeah.
Here's one. The Fallout 3 prequel screenshot looks so realistic. It's true that those gas masks, they're functional, but they look like shit.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, goddamn. Yeah. You think, is that like recent technology? Like,
I don't know, man. That was another thing that was really interesting because, like, they obviously have plans and preparations for the entire, like, there's a bunker for the entire Congress.
Yeah, I think they all
went there.
Yeah,
because they kept saying like, "I'm in a safe location." No one said where they were, and yeah, that was really interesting to me because they got there somehow.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and my current favorite one by host of one of my favorite podcasts, Beep Beep Lettuce, John Paul Zederman. He was actually from Michigan, too, by the way. He's from Saugatuck originally.
Huh.
So, shout out to him.
I was in Saugatuck on Friday.
Oh, really? I got a thing about Saugatuck, too. I can tell you in a sec. But, yeah, he actually finally friended me, which is awesome. You know, it's good when, like, it's always fun when, like, one of your favorite podcasters friends you. So,
yeah, totally.
Shout out to him. Shout out to Brim and Todd of BB Lettuce. Yeah, here's one that he made recently involving the guy who tasered his balls and died. It's like, the president has lost the White House. Are you a bad enough dude to tase yourself in the nuts and fucking die?
What an unfortunate picture, too, of him with the fucking giant guns in front of the Christmas tree.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, these fucking people. So yeah, I think we're done talking about that.
Sure.
Any thoughts?
Just sad.
Agreed.
Sad. Just makes me I'm just disgusted, dude. I'm disgusted with the whole thing. Like, I just wish that we could have fucking focused on not dying. Like, 350,000 people are dead of coronavirus, and like we have to talk about these bozos and goat horns fucking putting their feet on the desks.
Did you get your $600?
Oh yeah, I've been stimulated.
Yep, I got it.
I was stimulated. I paid my rent.
Good for you. You know, you should have invested that.
Yeah, sure. It didn't even pay half my rent.
You know, God, I love those memes, even if they're like intentional. It's like, you real kings, invest their money and talk about their friends about markets and fitness.
Oh, dude, on the topic of great memes, there was a good one because it was like a picture of Walmart, and there was just like a bunch of TVs that were $599.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I want to show you some of these. Like, have you seen these memes? Because they're supposed to be motivational memes that supposed to be like, you won't be successful unless you do this all the time. This is the thing I hate about the motivational thing is like, there's no breaks at all. Like, you're always supposed to be on your game. You're supposed to be doing this and that. And I fucking hate that because it's very exhausting. And I'm not dissing you at all, but I love you, Zach. I'm glad.
Are you about to tell me I work too much?
No, not at all. But it kind of, whenever I see these memes, I immediately think of you. But then I realize that you don't do this at all. Like, you have talked about your own struggles and your own goals.
Yeah.
But yeah, you talk about it in a sense of what you had to do and what you hope to do in the future. And that's truly inspirational, in my view.
That's how I try to
But you don't go on and lecture people like, you will never do this unless you do that.
I find...
Yeah, like
I wouldn't let those words come out of my
mouth. Here's what I mean, okay? Let's look at this meme. Here's Leonardo DiCaprio and some other guy, I don't know. Says, if you're between 20 and 30, which, by the way, Leonardo DiCaprio was in his 40s, so they fuck up there. And your main circle isn't discussing opening business, investing, escaping the 9-to-5, fitness, self-development, then it's time to find a new circle. Your network is your net worth.
Ugh.
Isn't that inspirational? Doesn't that make you want to do shit?
As a person who has had to bootstrap a fucking business for the last 10 years, no, I'm disgusted by that fucking garbage.
I mean,
it's not the truth.
I mean, let's look at the points, okay? Opening a business and investing. Okay, those are kind of connected.
But work needs to be done by businesses that exist too. Like, people need to be employees. Like,
okay.
You can't expect every single person on planet Earth to have their own business. It's absurd.
Okay, escaping the 9-to-5. Okay,
some people like to work 9 to 5.
I know, and I can understand, but it's not really there with the other two.
No. Yeah.
But then the other two, fitness, self-development. See, that's another thing that these shitheads always do, is that they always put in this other stuff in order to make them look better. Like, I work on opening a business and investing, but look how fit I am.
Yeah, dude.
Unlike you fat fuck.
Yeah. Shit. I'm lucky if I can go to the gym once a month when I want to. I just work constantly, dude. Fuck that shit.
I hate these memes. I hate the people that actually believe them. Most of the time, the people that share it don't fall into any of that. They're fucking losers that kind of do this stuff in order to, like, make themselves feel better in a way.
Yeah, people on Grind aren't fucking Facebook messaging about it. They're just working.
Yeah, they always say, like, you fucking haters. Here I am now. And some of them just straight up turn out to be frauds. Like, there's this one dude who big right-wing guy who likes to talk about what real men are. He's like, real men drink straight whiskey and they smoke cigars. Mm-hmm. And there's always this thing saying, like, I'm in Bermuda now, enjoying manly things. And he's always like, I'm in Amsterdam now. And it's always like the same fucking wall behind him. Mm-hmm. People notice that, like, isn't it amazing how you bring your own wall from country to country? So yeah, most of these people are stupid. They're fucking frauds.
Yeah. Clickbait. It's fucking fake.
But here's another one. This is stupid. And it kind of makes me think this one wasn't intentional like the last one, but it's got to be parody. Mm-hmm. Here it is. Donald asking Joel who is building the cages. Which, if you watch the debates, Donald Trump was constantly saying, like, well, who built the cages, Joe? True, it was Obama, but Trump didn't get rid of them. He just kept using them. Mm-hmm. Which is really funny because his whole thing during his term here is, like, just tearing down everything Obama did. Mm-hmm. But he kept that because he liked that shit.
Yep.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Anyway, Donald asking Joel, Joe Biden, Joel, no, who is building the cages. Then they show this fucking guy with his suit and his stupid Fox alt-right haircut saying...
It looks just like Donald Trump's kid.
It's some Getty image thing.
Okay.
Of like a successful businessman.
Gotcha.
For me, I focus on who is building my wages. I build them. See how stupid that is?
Yeah. Yeah.
But, oh god, here's a good parody. It's the same one with, like, Leonardo DiCaprio. If you're 20 or 30 and your main circle isn't discussing opening a crack house, investing in the meth industry, escaping the feds, fitness of your product, self-developing all the drugs yourself, it's time to find a new circle. Oh, I love that shit. One final one. If your main circle isn't discussing favorite vape flavor, memes, conspiracy theories, getting arrested at Applebee's, the gospel, then it's time to find a new circle.
I think we discussed all of those except Applebee's in the last 1 hour.
Yeah, if we just go fuck up an Applebee's and get right with God, you and I could be really successful.
Don't you tell me I can't indoor dine. I will sit right down.
Yeah. Well, fuck you. I do whatever I want here. I'll start up a meth lab. I don't care.
Shit.
All right, enough about memes. There's something I really want to ask you about, though.
All right.
Because despite the coup that happened, I am still going to Washington, D.C. for the inauguration.
Are you?
Yeah, because I already have everything set up. And,
okay.
From what I learned, they're going to have the National Guard there from the coup until inauguration day. They're going to be there.
Do you think, sidebar, do you think he's going to get removed from office?
Trump?
Yeah.
I don't think so. It's way too late for them to do everything.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough time for the process to happen.
Yeah, I don't think it. Though they did say that impeachment can still go on past the time he left office.
Yeah.
And that'll do shit, I guess, like deny him like his payment or some bullshit.
And he wouldn't be able to run in 2024.
Yeah.
If he did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't think he'll do. I think he's too old and you realize he probably he can make more money shouting at you from his own Trump network.
Yeah, from Trump's Florida dumpster fire network.
But I don't think it'll happen. It's kind of a liberal daydream.
It is.
But I already acknowledge that I probably won't be able to visit everything that I want to. Like, I could probably walk by it, but there will be like a bunch of walls and shit.
Yeah, they put up fences around everything.
Like, I won't be able to go in, I don't know, the rotunda and see the Constitution. I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
So I cannot pull my Nick Cage act and try to steal it.
Well, that's not the real one.
I'm going to steal the Constitution of the United States. So, I still plan on going there because I've never been there.
Sure.
And I want to see everything, even if there's, like, fences all around and there's literal guys with body armor, automatic weapons around me. Which is actually nothing new, because back in 2012, during the NATO summit in Chicago, I was there for that protest, and up until the uprising in Grand Rapids is probably the scariest thing I ever saw. Mm-hmm. big riots, lots of beatings, shit on fire. But I was walking around before shit really went down, and National Guard dudes everywhere, including the CTA stations. Like, you just see a dude in body armor just standing there. Wow. Big automatic rifle. Yeah. So I totally anticipate that. Yeah. And, they're going to put them down, because if there's going to be another coup attempt by them, they're going to put it down right now, because, let's put it this way, they honestly, the local cops let them in, but now they know it's a threat. It's like, okay, you pushed it too far. Now it's my problem. Yeah. It's like, if you sucked the fucking up BLM, it would have been fine. But no, you tried to stab me with that Blue Lives Matter flag stand. Now I'm pissed. Yep. So I'm sure there will be shit there, but it's not going to be like another coup attempt. Because there's just going to be way too much security. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to go there. Cool. I think we talked a little bit about. It definitely sounds like we talked. Honestly, we have talked about various times about your trip to Obama. But what was that your first time in Washington D.C.?
No, but it was my first inauguration. That's for sure.
When you went there, did you have to get a ticket for the inauguration?
We had 2 tickets, and there was 3 of us, so we didn't go inside the perimeter.
Yeah, I'm about to ask. So each time every time I see an inauguration, it's within what's that called?
The National Mall.
The National Mall with the
we had tickets to the actual stage area where you would have an unfettered view of the president. Okay, but there was also standing room only all the way down the mall to the Lincoln Memorial.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's probably what I'm going to do, because I learned about it back in December, and I applied for a ticket through Justin Amash, the libertarian Republican guy who all the right hates now because he defied Trump. But unfortunately, I applied anyway, but everything, all these requests are going over to, fucking hate this guy, Peter Meyer, who's taken over his spots. Peter Meyer, fucking of the Meyer family, one of the oligarchical families in Grand Rapids. He's a piece of shit. Fuck him. And of course, I didn't put that in my request. I just put in wow, I'm cringing. Thank you for considering my ticket request. So, honestly, I haven't heard anything back, so I don't think I'm going to be getting a ticket. Right. But I'll still be able to be in, I guess, that area that everyone sees.
You'll be able. Yeah, I mean, there's a huge amount of space down there. You'll be able to stand.
Okay, I will.
And they'll probably have big screens up so you can actually see what's going on, too.
All right.
Yeah. At least they did. I don't know, because COVID and domestic terrorism, those things weren't really things that they were planning for back then, so
Yeah, so okay, so what did you see when you were there?
I saw the inside of a bar called RFD.
Very nice. But when you were there Inauguration Day, were you able to see anything up front, even without the ticket?
No.
Nothing?
No. No. There's millions, literal actual millions of people. Yeah.
It's not like Trump's inauguration where it wasn't shit for people. No. He complained about it for years.
Yeah, it was an incredible amount of people, man. You can't describe. Before then, the most amount of people I'd ever been around was city center Cairo, where it's just massive seas of people just getting off of buses and just going everywhere. It was not everybody was shoulder to shoulder, chest to chest on the subways and stuff, and just everywhere you walked, there was just thousands of people, not hundreds, but thousands. There was just people fucking everywhere. And I don't remember where we lived, where the dude that I was staying with lived. It was like a 45-minute walk, and I know we had to walk through Rock Creek Park and through Adams Morgan to get to a red line stop to get downtown to the mall. And so...
Yeah, let me interject for a sec. The only thing that I'm really worried about getting to is to and from the airport, because the hostel that I'm staying at, the one I showed you had like the pod beds and shit.
Yeah, okay.
Which is one reason why I'm staying there, because COVID.
Yeah.
And I'm effectively cut off from everyone else, which is pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
But from what I remember on the location, yeah, it's pretty much like downtown, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, DC's not that big.
I know, so yeah, I'll probably be able to just literally just walk around.
Probably.
Which is what I really intend to do, just walk around and, I don't know, hope a gang of Proud Boys won't gang up on me or something.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
One thing that I really remember noticing is that all of the, like, street, like, when you're walking, like, look down, because a lot of the, like, crosswalks have just, like, marble on them. Like, it's just like a sheet of marble. You know how we have those, like, the studded non-slip red mats?
Yeah.
Like, right as you're about to step into the street, like, right there, like, the threshold of the curb is, like, a marble slab.
So do you feel like it's an old city? Like, you can feel the history, I guess.
Dude, DC's cool. It really is, because there's because of what it is, there's like a huge ethnic population. So like when you go down the streets, or at least, I don't know what it's like now because of COVID and shit, but like when I was there, there'd be like fucking every type of ethnic food street cart out just as you're walking through the neighborhoods. It's like, hey, there's Ethiopian food. Like, oh, hey, there's authentic Chinese food. Like, here's some guy frying up tacos. And, like, it's just everywhere, and all the smells. It smelled like an international city. Like, it was cool. I like DC a lot. Yeah. At least 12 years ago.
Yeah, sadly, my boomer dad, like, couple years ago, first time I mentioned, like, oh, I would like to go to Washington, D.C. First thing he said to me, oh, there's just a bunch of dangerous ghettos surrounding Washington, D.C.
Nah.
Yeah,
Baltimore.
Yeah, well, it's kind of my dad's mindset. It's one of the reasons why, growing up, we didn't do any epic family trips to really any place, not just because he already went there and doesn't want to go again, but because, black people. Dangerous people of color.
It's unfortunate.
I know. That's why I'm doing everything now as I grown up, because I didn't get a chance to do it then.
Yeah, DC's awesome, dude. It's a great city. I mean, it's our national capital.
I got an idea of places I want to go to, but any place you would suggest?
I just really dig the mall, like the National Mall. Like you can see the White House and the Capitol Building and the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Memorial. Like the big
that's actually one thing that saddened me, because like I want to. Could you walk up to the Lincoln Memorial?
Yeah, you can just go up and
I don't think that's gonna happen now, because they probably have everything quartered off.
Maybe not. I'm not sure. That one's a hard call.
I mean, I hope not, but
it's like 3 miles from the Capitol.
I hope not, but there's probably gonna be some MAGA chud probably be like, well, Lincoln freed the slaves, and I don't like black people, so blah blah. Blow it up.
Yeah. Oh, don't blow it up.
Yeah.
That thing's cool as hell, dude. Like when you go in there, it's like Lincoln sitting down and he's staring across the mall at the Capitol, and like. It's so cool, dude. Like, marble statues are fucking awesome. Like, it's just all, like, light. It feels like you're in a movie about ancient Greece when you're down there. It's really cool.
I know. I've been told this, too. I was talking to other people, like, Gary, you're such a radical socialist. Why would you want to go if you just want to tear it all down? I'm like, yeah, I want to tear it down, but it doesn't mean I can't appreciate it to some extent.
This is where we live, man.
Yeah, and I've never seen it before. I like seeing shit that I've never seen.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to go Mount Rushmore too, even though I know it's on stolen land and they fucking deface this sacred mountains for their bullshit presidents.
Mount Rushmore is so disappointing. Like, you pay like $20 to park in this thing, and then you get up to the like viewing deck, and it's like fucking 10 miles away, and you can barely see them. Yeah. Like, you can see them better driving up to the Mount Rushmore observatory than you can from the observatory.
Yeah, that's a joke going around. You know how we've been thankfully tearing down all these stupid fucking Confederate statues?
Yep.
And we're still dealing with that in Allendale, by the way, with our local Confederate statue. That's another topic. But, yeah, they made jokes saying that Mount Rushmore is like the final boss.
That's funny.
You know, we're going to give it back to the indigenous people there so they can blow it up.
Guts and Borglum.
All right, final thing, because we're almost on 2 hours.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah. Time flies when you're talking about the destruction of the country and memes.
The fall of Western civilization.
I know, it's fucking awesome, huh?
Sure is.
I mean, I love living in historical moments. God has abandoned us.
We've had a lot of historical moments in our lifetime.
I know. What did you do over New Year's?
I played Magic the Gathering with my roommate. And,
who I might add, former guest Jason Brown.
Yeah.
He survived the COVID.
He did.
And somehow you did not catch it either.
I'm immune to the diseases of the proles.
How dare you. Might I add, too, that we were supposed to do this yesterday, but then you sent me a message saying, I'm meeting a dear friend. And I was very offended because I thought I was your dear friend. Well, actually, first I was like, what is this? What are friends? What are friendship? I am just so dead inside that I had to relearn these concepts.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a little meet and greet session yesterday.
Was it with Kevin or someone? Someone completely different.
Yeah, an unnamed friend who will remain unnamed.
Oh, what? He's not good enough.
Public forum.
He's not good enough to be named on this podcast.
She.
Okay. Honestly, it's a girl, so we know what's really going on. Because there's no way you can have friendships with the opposite sex without it involving sex or romance at all.
Clearly.
We know this for a fact. Mm-hmm. This is an incel podcast.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, so yeah, you just played Magic the Gathering.
Yeah. We had one comical moment. We tried to catch a feed of the ball dropping in New York City, and what we ended up watching was like a feed of the parking lot behind Times Square.
Very nice.
So we were watching it, and we're like, people were texting us Happy New Year, and we're like, wait, did the ball drop? There's no one on TV. It's some guy, sanitation worker, sweeping shit.
It wasn't even cool, I don't know, a guy pick up a sex worker and fucking her there or anything. It could be anything that exciting.
Yeah, nothing like that.
Well, compared to you, I was doing some very Chad activities up north. I spent it in Traverse City, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, then left Sunday. I stayed in the Grand Beach Resort, one of the big resorts, because it only cost me $300 to stay.
Nice.
Probably due to the time of the year and COVID. Mm-hmm. Because in the summer, these things cost you thousands of dollars, and they're already sold out most of the time anyway by rich bougie motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Basically, I spent 3 days just hiking trails, then at night just getting insanely drunk while watching Adult Swim and Comedy Central. And I reinvigorated my love of South Park and Rick and Morty. Mm-hmm. That's how I spent my weekend.
Nice. Yeah, I had aspirations to symbolically be working as 2020 turned to 2021, but then I realized that I'd already work enough and I could go home and be in my bathrobe and just play Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, I didn't even see a ball drop because I asked them hey, is there going to be a ball drop downtown? Traverse City has the cherry ball drop.
Yeah.
There is, but it's going to be virtual, so they didn't allow people downtown.
Yeah,
I guess
it's the same thing down here. They they didn't have the fireworks that they usually have, and there's usually the what's that park? Bronson Park is usually there's food trucks and shit out there.
Yeah, I've been to ball drops here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was a good weekend. Good. I will say that.
Good. Yeah,
I mean, I spent the weekend, New Year's weekend, just hiking today, getting hammered at night in my suite at the resort.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was Friday, so it was another work day. So I probably worked until 9 or 10 and then just went home and then played a couple games. Probably ate some macaroni and cheese and played The Witcher 3.
Well, at the resort, they offered you breakfast, and they offer like 2 hard-boiled eggs and a drink. For some reason, I didn't know what hard-boiled eggs was. Like, I thought they would literally make me an egg. But then they would drop it, they would like knock on your door in the morning, just drop it off. Mm-hmm. And it's actual like hard-boiled eggs that are already peeled. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, God damn it. Yeah, so I try it anyway, and they're fucking awesome.
Oh, you like them?
Yeah, I do.
I fucking hate boiled eggs, man.
I know. I guess I can see why, but I really liked it. Since I wish I could eat eggs more, but that's kind of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like crickets, so...
Wait, the bug?
Yeah.
Not the sport.
No, eating crickets. Yeah, I like it.
What about eating crickets, the sport thing?
Like a cricket bat?
Yeah, like have you tried eating that?
I've never eaten wood. I suppose I could.
Sure, why not? It's 2021. It's the new year, new possibilities.
Yep, I identify as a termite now.
Well, at least you're not identifying as a, what's the offensive meme, like an attack helicopter or something.
The black helicopters?
It's mostly what chuds do. Like if you say you identify as non-binary or something, like, yeah, well, I identify as an attack helicopter.
I identify as a Black Hawk.
Yeah. All right, let's end this podcast.
All right.
Everyone, thanks for listening. Happy New Year. Hopefully this country will still be around when you hear this podcast.
God bless America.
No, we're not. We still have yet. We're getting there, but we have yet to deal with a Fallout-ish future.
Not yet.
And this podcast will not be around because I'll be out there killing super mutants and collecting food.
I will be in a hole in the woods.
Actually, we've been doing that the entire time here at the Elmblad Media Group bunker.
That's true.
Let's get back into that. Let's do kayfabe. Everyone, thank you for listening. And good news is my latest novel is out, Godin, Omega Wolf Blues. You can purchase now on Lulu, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Smashwords, and Gumroad. Or you can contact me and we can work something out. I can send it to you. Yeah, Zach, do some promo stuff.
All right. Actually, I do have something to plug this time.
Do it.
The Elmblad Media Group YouTube channel very soon will be featuring videos of a piano restoration that I'm doing right now. So I'm trying to get back into the YouTube game.
And it will be monetized, damn it.
It will be monetized again sometime, but I need more than 20 subscribers.
So subscribe to that shit.
Give me a subscribe, guys. I don't make any money on YouTube. Just be nice. Subscribe and be nice. It does help. But yeah, so I'm going to call it This Old Piano. It's going to be a series. I'm restoring Hazelton Brothers Square Grand from 1874. And I already have glued the top and fixed like maybe 10 hammers in the action. And so at this point I've filmed the process of like preparing to move the piano from Grand Rapids to Kalamazoo, and then some gluing, a couple of like introductory pieces, and then the fixing of the action and a little bit of me playing it. And then I've got to do a bunch more woodworking crap to it and build some stuff. So it'll probably be like 18 or 20 episodes, I would imagine. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yep, This Old Piano on YouTube, Elmblad Media Group.
All right, we'll link that. And folks, first episode of season 3. We're off to a strong start, as you can tell. Mm-hmm. Those quality of podcasts. And you can follow us on Twitter at Schuelke Podcast. You can follow the Facebook page. And if you're listening in some way now, it's either Anchor, Spotify, Radio 1, I think it's called, Breaker, also on the Internet Archive, and Mixcloud. All the links are there. Hopefully I'll get on, I don't know, Apple Podcasts soon or something. I gotta look into it. As always, I'm looking for platforms that won't charge me money to upload, because I'm too poor for that shit.
Yep.
All right, folks. That's it. Zach, thanks for being on. Thanks for doing the photo shoot.
My pleasure.
Yeah, season 3 starting now. Let's do this. 2021. Hopefully we won't die of something. Thank you, folks. Here's the outro song.
Baby, I'm the snake inside the spider's eye. I'm the holy hell, the who can tell, the God knows why. I tried everything my mama told me not to try. Every somber story's better summed up with a sigh. Well, I tumble dry and tongue-tied into someone else's life. Once hope was a needle sending shivers up my spine. Then she spit me out and turned my winters into wine. Woke up on a Sunday just in time to keep on dying. Well, Midwest restless, pockmarked and penniless, bar guitar, starving artist, think you get the sentiment. Cold crack and heat packet skeletons of all my friends, slims in the basement, vacuuming the stairs again. I was your methed out waitress one Sunday morning at Cracker Barrel. You ordered biscuits and gravies, demons shot out of my eyes. I hoped they wouldn't hurt you, and I hoped you'd understand it was just a weird time. Those were weird times. Those were weird times. Now I'm the snake inside the spider's eye. I'm the holy hell, the who can tell, the God knows why. I tried everything my mama told me not to try. Every somber story's better summed up with a sigh.